Hello and welcome back to the Core Learning channel. Today we're going to be looking at adding and subtracting fractions. So, how are we going to do this? Well, hopefully, and if you can, I definitely recommend watching my common denominators video. It's going to be very useful for today. So, if we're going to add or subtract a fraction, we need the bottom of the fraction, i.e. the denominator, to be the same for both fractions. So let's look at an example to help understand this. So let's say we have a half plus a third. Well, what we need to do is find the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3. So the 2 and the 3 are the denominators of this question. And then rewrite each fraction with the same denominator. So 2 and 3, the lowest common multiple, if I can talk, is 6. So we need to rewrite these two fractions as something over 6 plus something over 6. Well, if we want to rewrite a half as something over 6, we're going to need to multiply the top and the bottom by 3. So a half times 3 over 3 is going to be 3 over 6. And then we need to rewrite a third to be something over 6. So we need to multiply the 3 by 2 to get 6, so we multiply top and bottom by 2, and this gives us 2 over 6. The last step is that we can simply, now that the denominator is the same in both cases, we can now simply add the numerator. So we can just add the 3 and the 2, and we get 5 over 6. Hopefully that makes sense. We'll have a look at some practice questions now. So the questions are now up on the screen. When you're ready, pause the video and have a go at the questions. And then when you're ready, unpause the video and we'll go through them together. So hopefully you've had enough time and you've been able to answer all these questions. Starting from the top, we have 3/4 plus 4/7. In this case, the common denominator is going to be 28. So 3/4 is going to be equal to something over 28. So, well, to get from the 4 to the 28, we multiply by 7. So if we've multiplied the bottom by 7, we have to multiply the top by 7. So 3 times 7 is 21, so we can get 21 over 28. And then the 4/7, well, to get from 7 to 28, we have to multiply by 4. So we have to multiply the top by 4 as well, so we get 16 over 28. So we're going to have 21 plus 16 over 28 is 37 over 28. Next, we have a half minus a quarter. So I've accidentally put the answer up on the screen, but yeah. So the lowest common multiple here of 2 and 4 is going to be 4. So we just have to change the half. So to get from a half to something over 4, we need to multiply top and bottom by 2. And we're going to get 2 over 4 minus 1 over 4, which is 1 over 4. I've made a slight error there, so we'll do the fourth one next. We have 7/10 minus 1/5. The lowest common multiple here is 10. So we have 7 over 10 minus, and then to get from 5 to 10, we multiply by 2. So we have to multiply the top by 2 as well. So we have 7/10 minus 2/10, which gives us 7 minus 2 over 10, which is 5 over 10. And then lastly, we can simplify this again. So 5 over 10 is just a half. Moving on, or moving back, I should say, to the 2/3 plus 3/10. The lowest common multiple here is 30. So to get from 3 to 30, we multiply by 10, top and bottom. So that's going to give us 20 over 30. And then to get from 10 to 30, we multiply by 3. So we have to multiply the top by 3 as well. So that's going to give us 20 over 30 plus 9 over 30. That's 29 over 30. I'll run through the top example on this right-hand side, and then hopefully you should be able to work out the rest yourselves. Once you kind of pick it up, it's not too hard. So the lowest common multiple of the next one, 3, 2, and 10. Well, we could multiply all these together, but I mean, you can kind of just look and you can see that the lowest common multiple here is going to be 30. So to get from a third, or rather to get from 3 to 30, we multiply by 10. So this first fraction, we're going to multiply top and bottom by 10, and we get 10 over 30. Next, we have half. So to get from the 2 to the 30, we multiply by 15. So the half becomes 15 over 30. And then lastly, we have a tenth. To get from the 10 to the 30, we multiply by 3. So we need to multiply the top by 3 as well, and we get 3 over 30. So let's recap. That was 10 over 30 plus 15 over 30 plus 3 over 30. Pulling this all together, we have 10 plus 15 plus 3. That is 28 over 30. We can divide top and bottom by 2 as well to simplify and get 14 over 15. For these remaining ones, as I said, I'm not going to keep going through the methodology, but you know what you need to do. You need to get the common denominator and then simply perform the operation that's shown, such as addition or subtraction, to the numerators. Once again, I've clearly made an error here. So for the third one on the right hand side, 3/4 plus 2/5 minus a third. That gives us 45 over 60 plus 24 over 60 minus 20 over 60. So performing those operations on the numerator gives us 49 over 60. Moving on, to the last one, 9/10 minus 1/8 plus 3 over 20 is going to give us 36 minus 5 plus 6 over 40. This is 37 over 40. And then lastly, we have a 4/5 minus 1/4 minus 3/8. This is going to be 32 minus 10 minus 15 over 40, which is 7 over 40. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and learned something today. If anything is unclear or you have any questions, leave a comment and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you at the next one.